Now position, everybody talks about position and the ideal position, and everybody gets caught in the look, you know, and yes, we want a level pelvis, we want a balanced seat, we want our legs well under us, but we want, being a woman, I need to have a little more bend in my knee than men do. They tend to have can have a little straighter knee. But the problem is people get stuck and they just think position and how the position looks. That is just a small piece of riding any horse properly. Your position also has to be mobile. It also has to be movable, because your horse is going to need you to not only guide and support and direct it through your rein aids, you have to work through your body aids first. So you're going to maybe have to move a leg here towards the back, roll a calf on. With her, to get Foxtrotter, I have to really open her up, and I have to really push with my legs to get her to raise her belly. So I try to keep my pelvis level, but I gotta really apply a lot of leg, keep the front end open, and really get her to come up to the top. So, you know, try to maintain the level pelvis, but it's not about how pretty you look. It's about how effective you are for the horse. So you've got to be mobile and movable for the horse. In bending and turning a horse, you don't want to be leaning, especially on a horse you're trying to fix lateral movements or pace movements, because if you lean, what happens is you're weighting two lateral legs and encouraging the horse to be lateral. You still, when you're going to bend, turn through the waist. Then your leg aids automatically come into play. This one rolls on, this one opens up, and the horse bends around this leg. When you do this and your hands come into it, you're already releasing your outside rein, talking to your inside rein. There you go, give me a pull release. Good girl. So your hand aids will come into play as your immediate secondary aid. And if you work this way, your seat bone says bend in the rib cage under here, where if you drop your seat bone, you're telling the rib cage to collapse under the seat bone, and the horse tends to distend its abdomen this way, again, weighting the two inside legs, encouraging pace. So again, straightness, trying to keep that horse as perpendicular to the ground and not shifting your body a lot from side to side if you can avoid it. It's not always avoidable. It's not perfect every time we get on a horse. You know, every horse feels a little different. Every horse you have to readjust how you support them quickly, sometimes very quickly, especially if they stumble. I mean, she can stumble in here pretty easy because she's just starting to learn, instead of animate her legs, extend them for the foxtrot. So the position is important, but it has to be open, it has to be effective. It's not about being stiff, rigid, and the look and locking your back. You have to keep that soft and open too. So whatever position and shape you are on your horse in your vertical posture, your horse is going to mirror in a horizontal posture. So be very aware of keeping yourself open and what you're doing to help the horse hear your body shape. Okay, so I'm going to just